Hello, my most amazing artist. I hope you're ready to create. What you need to get today is a piece of paper. I actually have a couple pieces of paper here because what we're going to be doing will be bleeding through the paper, and you might want some extra to protect your table, or maybe put something underneath like a piece of cardboard or something. You're going to need a cup with a little bit of water and a brush. And then you're going to need some washable markers. So Crayola, Mr. Sketch, or any kind of brand of washable marker you have. Sharpies won't work for this. So you're going to need 3 different colors, and I have gotten some sets of colors that would go well together, but you can choose whichever colors you want. So here I have like a blue, green, yellow, and a lime green. Here's another set. You could choose blue, pink, and purple. Or you could do like a pink or red, purple, and like a violet. Let's see, what color is this? Primrose color. Whichever colors you'd like to choose is fine. Even if the ones that you're thinking aren't one of those options, any colors will work. And then you're also going to want a pencil. Alright, today we're going to be drawing a Monstera leaf. A Monstera is a type of plant that has a really pretty leaf, and I'm going to show you a picture of a Monstera leaf. They're really cool and really pretty. So here is an example on the phone of some Monstera leaves. And I saw this lesson, another art teacher did it with her students, and it was a really cool result, and so I thought you would really enjoy it, and so I was going to show you how. So the first thing you're going to do, it doesn't matter which direction you draw your leaf on your page, you can decide, but you're first going to draw the center line of the leaf, so the vein that runs down the middle. So I'm going to make mine kind of go catty corner, and I kind of want it to curve. So if you can see my curved line right there. Alright, now what I am going to do, let's try to focus this a little better. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to draw like a heart shape. So on one side of the leaf, I'm going to draw a curved line, and I'm going to make it get smaller and pointier towards the bottom of that vein. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and it's going to end up being a heart shape. Everybody see that? Okay, now this is the overall general outline of my Monstera leaf. Now I'm going to cut out some areas so that I have these neat little openings, and Monstera leaves grow like that, and they even get these little circles on the inside. Let's see, here's some other ones for examples. That one's really cool. Okay, I kind of like this one, so I'm going to go with that one. So what I'm going to do is just from the outside, I'm just going to draw some curved lines that cut to the inside, like that. And they don't have to be perfectly symmetrical, however, I'm going to try to put mine in about the same locations. I don't necessarily want them exactly the same though, and that's okay. If you want yours exactly the same, you can. If you want yours to be completely different, go for it. Kind of figure out down here what I want. I would like some of these circles on the inside too, because I think those are really cool. Some of you actually, if you're a mom or dad or sibling, grandparents, if anybody has a plant inside, they might actually have a Monstera plant, and that'd be really cool to actually draw an actual plant. I don't have any though, so that's why I'm looking at a picture. Okay, cool, so I like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the straight pencil line that was between those lines I just drew. Okay, so there we have a Monstera Leaf. Well, there we go. Alright, so now's where we get to have some fun with some color. And to match my cup that I have here, I'm gonna go with these colors, but again, you do not have to make this realistic. You can use some of these other colors that I showed you, like the pinks and purples, oranges, reds, any colors you want, okay? And you're just going to trace over your pencil lines. Now, you're not going to trace a solid line. You're just going to trace so that you can have different colors. You're going to kind of trace little sections with each color. Now again, you can create this however you want. So if you want to outline the whole thing in one color, then you're more than welcome to do that. Alright, let's see if it's some right there. Okay, now I'm going to use another color, because it's just got my yellow, and I'm going to trace some other parts with the yellow. Now there's no really rhyme or reason about why I'm coloring specific parts one color. I'm just kind of deciding where I feel like putting it in the moment. Alright, so then the rest of my lines, I'll use my lime green. Now if you get to this point and you're like, well, I really don't want to have that much of that one color, then you can get one of your other colors and add it back. Now these colors are, if you remember the color wheel, these are analogous colors, so they're next to each other on the color wheel, so they're going to look really good together when we put the water on them and mix them. Now if you pick complementary colors or colors that are opposite of each other on the color wheel, you may get like a brown color. Alright, so there we go. I have traced every single pencil line with marker. Now I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to brush over it with water. Now if you don't have a paintbrush, you are not out of luck. You can use, let's see, what can you use? You can use a Q-tip. You could use your finger. You might could use like an old rag or something. You just would need to ask your parents. Make sure that that's okay. So these colors, once I brush the water over them, they're going to start to bleed into each other. You want to make sure you use a good amount of water, and as you can tell, this darker color is really bleeding really well. So that might be a lesson that the darker colors work best. But the yellow and the light green will probably work too. This is kind of an experiment. Alright, so there we have it, guys. I just covered everything in water. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it here to dry. And as you can see, let me put the camera closer for you. So you see how it's starting to kind of bleed and make these really cool effects. So as the whole thing dries, it will start to do that. Now if you get to the end and it dries and you need to, maybe it didn't bleed together as well as you wanted it to, you may need to put some more marker on top of it and then put some water over it again. But for now, I'm just gotta let the water dry. Alright, so I will show you the finished product once it's all dry.